Local theater companies are continuing to improvise and adapt as they look to continue staging their productions in different ways in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. Burnt Thicket Theater Company is putting on a series of romance-related plays called Tied in Knots, starting Friday, February 12th. Very happy today to be joined by Stephen Waldschmidt and Lancelot Knight from Burnt Thicket. Guys, thanks for joining us and spending a few minutes chatting about this series. This is really such a cool idea. Stephen, you're the artistic director. We're going to start with you. Sure. Just where did the idea come from? We're kind of going back to the olden days. It's almost kind of like a radio play sort of thing.
That's right. It is exactly like an old-time radio play. So we've had this idea for a number of years, actually. We were developing some short scripts that could be produced kind of as an event for Valentine's Day that would explore different challenges, the ups and downs of love and marriage. And a couple of years ago, actually 3 years ago, we began working on a plan to experiment with audio drama. And we're really interested in just seeing how a fiction podcast might offer another venue for telling stories. Then COVID hit, as everyone knows, and suddenly it was like, well, doing an audio podcast of audio plays would be just a fitting thing to do, and it would give a way to tell a story in the current situation, and we can offer some local actors and playwrights some work.
That's right. Depending on when you see this, they will be coming out every other Friday, starting February 12th, as Stephen mentioned. The first production is called The Kindling Box. Stephen, tell us a little bit about this one.
Yeah, so The Kindling Box is written by Jeannie Meltebeck. She's a playwright based in Rosebud, Alberta. And it features Joshua Beaudry and Angela Christie and Cheyenne Lemeg, who are three well-known Saskatoon actors. And the story is... it's a comedy, kind of a cafe romance. On the advice of their therapist, a married couple sets out to rekindle the flame of their marriage. And honesty and humor collide in this local cafe as they make their way through a series of exercises that neither of them are fully prepared for.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please, but are Angela and Josh married in real life? Do I have that right?
They are a family together. Yeah. So it's kind of been, it was really fun to work with them. They have a long history together.
Yeah, that'll probably add another interesting element to that one. The second play, which is going to be released on February 26th, is called Dinks, and that's where our friend Lancelot Knight comes in. Lancelot, just talk a little bit about your production.
The play itself is it's about this couple on the fringes on the end of their relationship, and it's really real. You know, the words that Curtis Peters wrote about it were really interesting, and then gave me a lot of insight too into, you know, the ends of a relationship and how it all kind of comes apart. And it's in a parallel universe, not too far off of Mars, and where they have software implanted into them already. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of fun to read it. It's a comedy, you know, and so I'm really excited to hear how it turned out, because recording in audio is a lot different than seeing it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next. I mean, that has to be a different rehearsal process, different preparation process. You know, you don't get the people seeing your face emoting, that sort of thing. What was it like as an actor doing this audio play?
Well, it was my first time, and voice acting is always something I kind of wanted to get into. So it was a lot of fun to try convey those feelings of emotion without the body to tell the rest of the story with just your voice. So a lot of reading, and then reading in different ways. And when you're listening to the audio, you get this real catered experience to your own imagination and mind, because you're the one who's building and filling in these blanks that would normally be handed to you on a platter.
So that one is the second of 5 plays in this series, the Tied in Knot series. Now, if you miss it on the day that it comes out, it will still be available for a year or so, you were saying, Stephen, before we started rolling. So people can check these out at any times. They could even do the modern thing and binge them if they wanted. What's the best way for people to check out these productions?
Yeah, so if people go to burntThicket.com, then you can listen to the shows right there in your browser. and read about the artists involved in them. You can also find us on iTunes Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Pocket Cast.
Gentlemen, thanks for chatting with us. Also want to make mention, if you want to check out these productions, they are absolutely free, which is great. However, donations are gratefully accepted by Burnt Thicket. Guys, thanks very much, and good luck with the run.
Hey, thank you very much for covering the show.